Hello, good day. My name is John Kumar from iTech 285 Client Server, lectured by the one and only Andre Kadogan. Okay, today we're gonna create a linkage between Microsoft Access and SQL Server 2008. Here we have a window that's popped up to connect to a server. We have the server name and authentication. We have Windows authentication selected, and the server name is PC4, which is this current PC. So we're gonna go ahead and click connect. Okay, from here we see a several variety of options in the object explorer. We're gonna click on the drop down menu by databases, and we have several databases already created. But what we want to do is create a new database. We're gonna name this database DB info and click OK. So what we want to do now is create a link that is going to connect us from Microsoft Access to SQL Server. So in order to do that, we'll have to open up ODBC Data Source Administrator, and to get to that you'll have to go into Control Panel, select all items and click on Administrative Tools, and you'll see ODBC. Alright, so we select our database DB test, and we click add and select SQL Server. We click finish, and we're going to name it DB test. You could give it a description if you like. We select the SQL Server. We select PC4, which is this current PC, and we're gonna click next. Yes, and from here we see the authentication methods. We're gonna use Windows NT authentication method. We're gonna click next. We're gonna change the default database to DB info, which is the database I just created. I'm gonna click next. I'm gonna leave everything as is in this window, and I'm gonna go ahead and click finish. Okay, so it's been created with the following configuration. We're gonna test the data source, and we see it's been tested completely. So we click OK and OK. So from here we head on to the link in from Access to Microsoft SQL Server. So we click on Access, select a blank database. We're gonna click on the folder button at the side, and we're gonna create a new database. Select the type if you wanna create it as, which is Microsoft Access project. We're gonna name it John DB one. Click OK and create, and pop-up says, do you want to connect to an existing SQL Server database? Yes, we want to connect to the existing database. The data link properties popped up, and we have three fields to fill out. So we have to select or enter server name. We select server name as PC04, and we're going to the second one, we're going to select the radio button, use Windows NT integrated security, and we're going to select on the server, which is DB info, and we're going to we test connection to make sure if it's succeeded, and there you have it, it's succeeded. Okay, we click OK, and there you have, my Access project has been linked to SQL Server 2008. Now we're going to link the tables from SQL Server 2008 to Microsoft Access. So we're going to open back up the Management Studio. We're going to drop down the current database we just created, which is DB info, and also tables. And here you see system tables. What we want to do is we want to create a new table. So you right click on table and click new table, and then a column name comes up, and you have to populate the column name. So we're gonna name a couple tables. We're gonna name a table name, data type be text. We're gonna have ID, data type would be numeric. I'm gonna have address. Address would be data type text. And we're gonna have courses, which would be text. Okay, now we wanna save this table. We're gonna right click on this tab, save table, and we're gonna name it John table. I'm gonna click OK. And there you have it. John table has been created. Okay, so now we want to go back to Microsoft Access and pull the table over there. So we click on Microsoft Access, go to external data, and on the external data you'll see ODBC database. We click on ODBC database, click OK. We're gonna go to machine data source. We select database source name, which is DB test. We click DB test. We're gonna select OK, and here we have a range of tables that we can import. So we just want to double check what's the name of the table. The table is John table and the system table is DT properties. Okay, so we go back to Microsoft Access, scroll up, and we select these two tables, DT properties and John table, and we click OK. It shows me I imported the table successfully. I'm gonna click close, and there you have it. Tables added from Microsoft SQL Server, linked directly to Microsoft Access.